Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep today into a topic that sparks curiosity for so many people. Passive income. You've brought us a stack of sources here, articles, research, notes, all exploring this fascinating idea of earning money without trading all your time for it.
That's right. And the material you've shared, it provides a fantastic lens, really.
Yeah.
Our goal today is to sort of navigate through these sources together, pull out the most important insights.
Okay.
So you walk away with a clear understanding of what passive income really is, its potential, how you might realistically build it.
And the tricky bits too, right? What to watch out for.
Exactly. And crucially, what bumps you might hit along the way. We'll try and connect the dots from these different pieces, maybe reveal some potential aha moments about generating income streams that require, minimal ongoing effort.
The allure is certainly powerful, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
This idea of earning money while you sleep, gaining genuine financial flexibility, building a more secure future, that's what draws so many people in. Let's see what this material reveals about making that a reality. So let's start where the sources begin with a fundamental definition. What is passive income, according to this material? How does it compare to, say, a traditional job?
Okay. So at its core, passive income, as it's defined in these sources, it represents earnings generated with minimal ongoing effort. That's the key part.
Right, ongoing.
It's distinctly contrasted with active income, which is, what you get from a regular job where you trade hours for dollars.
That phrase, earning while you sleep, really captures it, doesn't it?
It captures the ideal, yeah. Even if the reality involves some, initial work, a lot of it sometimes.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So it's not no effort ever. It's more about front-loading the work
Yeah.
or the investment. So the earnings keep coming with less day-to-day hassle later.
Precisely. There's often significant initial effort needed, setting up the system, making the investment. But once it's established, the whole point is it's designed to generate income streams with much less constant management compared to a wage or salary.
And the sources give us some classic examples we see mentioned repeatedly. Things like income from rental properties,
Yep, rental.
dividends received from owning stocks,
That's another big one.
and earnings from online creations like courses or digital products. Stuff you create once but can sell many times over.
Yes, those are definitely the cornerstones mentioned.
Yeah.
And the material includes a great anecdote about Jake. He invested in real estate 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading that.
He describes spending grueling hours up front, finding the property, negotiating, dealing with initial tenant issues, the drill.
Hard yards.
Exactly. But the takeaway from his story today is the steady flow of rental income he now receives. And it requires significantly less micromanagement than that initial phase.
Right.
It really drives home that point about the initial push leading to reduced ongoing effort later. Understanding this distinction, according to the sources, is like the essential first step.
If you want to build any kind of robust financial future focused on these passive streams.
That's what they argue, yes.
Okay, that clarifies the what. Now let's talk about the why. Why is this concept so incredibly appealing? What are the big benefits highlighted in the material?
Well, the benefits are a powerful motivator, aren't they? The sources repeatedly point to the potential for financial freedom.
Freedom, yeah.
The idea of reducing your reliance on a traditional job,
Right.
giving you the ability to exercise more choice in how you spend your time and energy.
That freedom is a huge draw. The sources paint this picture, don't they? Like, imagine traveling or spending more time with family.
Pursuing passions.
Exactly. All while income continues to arrive. That kind of flexibility, well, it can have a profound impact on lifestyle choices.
Absolutely. And beyond freedom, there's the benefit of just, increased cash flow.
More money coming in.
Right. Multiple income streams, even if they're individually small at first, they combine. They increase overall income. That gives you more potential for saving, investing, or just, improving your quality of life.
And diversification was mentioned a lot too.
Oh, critically. Spreading your income across different asset classes or ventures like real estate, stocks, digital products, it minimizes risk compared to having all your income tied to one job.
Or just one type of investment.
Precisely.
And we shouldn't overlook the emotional benefits the sources touched on. Things like potentially reduced financial stress and an increased sense of confidence in your ability to manage your financial future.
Exactly. Lisa's story in the sources is a great example of this. Her account, it detailed not just the financial stability passive income provided,
Yeah.
but the sense of empowerment and creative liberty it
Mhm.
unlocked. It allowed her to shift focus towards personal growth and passions once her income streams were, established and running.
So it's about building resilience and gaining control, really.
I think that sums it up well.
Okay, so we know what it is, why people want it. How do the sources suggest smart individuals actually approach building these passive income streams? What are the key characteristics of the effective strategies they highlight?
The material, it really zeroes in on a few crucial characteristics.
Yeah.
Two big ones that kept coming up were scalability and replicability.
Okay, let's break this down. Scalability. What does that mean in this context?
Scalability, as described here, it's the ability for an income source to grow significantly
Uh-huh.
without requiring a proportional increase in the effort or the cost to maintain it.
Right. So build it once, serve many. Is that the idea?
That's a good way to put it. More input or resources on the front end can potentially lead to much higher returns later without, exponential increases in your workload.
Like Sarah and her online course example from the material.
Yes.
She started with live teaching, which inherently limited her income to the number of students she could teach personally at one time.
Right. Capped by your time.
But by recording her lessons and selling them as a digital product, she created something scalable. The audience she could reach became, well, virtually limitless because she wasn't tied to delivering the content live for each sale.
That's a perfect illustration. Other examples of scalable models mentioned were things like digital products, like ebooks or software templates.
Things you make once.
Exactly. Affiliate marketing, where your earning potential isn't capped by how many direct referrals you can manually handle.
Right.
And certain forms of real estate investment, like crowdfunding, where you can invest in multiple projects without managing each property individually. You expand your portfolio by adding more capital, not necessarily more of your own time.
Okay, that's scalability and replicability.
Replicability is the potential to take a successful model or process you've developed
Uh-huh.
and reproduce it effectively in different markets or niches. Basically, if something works, can you apply the underlying principles somewhere else?
Like Sarah again. She could take the blueprint for creating and marketing her successful graphic design course
Right.
and apply those same principles to create and launch courses on, say, web design or digital marketing, leveraging the same skills and structure.
Precisely. Now, while scalability and replicability focus on growth potential, the sources are absolutely clear that for sustainable passive income,
There's more to it.
yes, diversification and risk management are, well, they call them non-negotiable.
Makes sense. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. Having diverse sources of income makes you far less vulnerable if one market segment or asset type experiences a downturn.
This brings Mike's story back into focus, doesn't it?
It really does.
The material described how he initially put all his passive income eggs into the rental property basket.
Yep, just rentals.
And when that specific real estate market took a hit, his income stream was severely impacted.
Ouch.
That experience pushed him to diversify into dividend-paying stocks, peer-to-peer lending.
To cushion him against future losses in any single area. His experience really underscores the point. Diversification isn't just about getting more income, it's fundamental risk reduction.
It helps provide a steadier cash flow because different assets behave differently in varying economic conditions.
Right. And the source has also listed other risk management components, like smart asset allocation, deciding how to spread your investments.
Right.
Continuous research to stay informed about market changes,
Keeping your eye on the ball.
and maintaining an emergency fund as a safety net. Steve and Elisa's stories were also referenced here, highlighting how adapting skills and maintaining a balanced portfolio enhance their resilience.
Okay, so we've got the definition, the motivation, the characteristics of smart strategies. The next logical step is, where do you actually find these opportunities? What specific areas did the sources highlight for building passive income?
The material broke this down into three primary areas, mainly. First up, real estate investments, often considered, a foundational approach.
The traditional path for many, yeah.
Indeed. Methods discussed include owning rental properties, the classic landlord model. Location is absolutely crucial here for attracting tenants, setting rates.
Laura's story of her successful Airbnb property was interesting, focusing on that unique location and guest experience.
Yeah, that paid off for her.
Yeah.
Then there are REITs, that stands for Real Estate Investment Trusts.
Right, REITs.
They let you invest in portfolios of income-generating real estate without the direct responsibility of property management. It's more like buying shares of a company that owns a real estate.
Less hassle, potentially.
Potentially, yes. And real estate crowdfunding platforms were mentioned, allowing you to pool money with other investors to fund larger projects, often requiring less capital than buying a whole property yourself.
Okay, so that's real estate. Moving beyond physical assets, the sources heavily featured the stock market and generating dividend income.
Yes, a very popular route. Investing in dividend stocks means buying shares in companies that regularly pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders.
So you get payments just for owning the stock.
Correct. Plus potential gains if the stock price rises.
Mhm.
Blue chip stocks, known for stability and consistent dividends, were specifically mentioned as a focus for some investors.
And the material discussed using ETFs, exchange-traded funds, those are like baskets of investments, right?
Exactly. You can buy and sell them like a stock, often focused on delivering dividends or tracking a specific market index. They offer instant diversification, which ties back to that risk management point.
Less risky than picking single stocks, maybe.
Generally, yes. And for those wanting a very hands-off approach to market investing, robo-advisors, these automated investment platforms, were listed as a tool for setting up and managing a diversified portfolio pretty passively.
Tom's story illustrated the power of this, didn't it?
It really did. He started small, investing in well-established companies. Over time, he built a diversified portfolio that generated enough dividend income to cover his monthly expenses.
And he reinvested the dividends.
Yes, that was key. Reinvesting those dividends to buy more shares, accelerating his growth through compounding. It's a powerful long-term strategy.
Okay. Finally, the third main area the sources emphasized, the vast opportunities in the digital realm, online businesses and affiliate marketing.
Yeah, this category is broad. It includes content creation, building an audience through blogs, YouTube channels, podcasts, social media.
Where we are right now.
Exactly. Once you have engagement, income can come from ad revenue, sponsorships, or promoting products via affiliate links. The key here, according to the material, is consistent creation of high-quality content that attracts and keeps an audience.
And then there's the direct creation of online courses or ebooks.
Right. You invest the effort up front to create the educational content, and then it can be sold repeatedly through platforms like Teachable or Udemy, generating income over time with less ongoing work per sale.
And affiliate marketing itself.
Yes, directly engaging in it. Partnering with companies to promote their products and earning a commission for sales made through your unique referral links. Emily's story, her food blog.
Oh yeah, the food blog.
It's a great example. She started purely out of passion, but learned to monetize it through engaging content and affiliate links for kitchen gadgets she genuinely used and recommended.
And eventually became her full-time thing.
It did. It allowed her to transition to blogging full-time, turning her passion into her main income source.
Okay. Identifying potential opportunities is one thing, but actually building them effectively. That's where the real work happens, right? What practical steps did the sources provide for making these passive income streams a reality?
The material definitely offered actionable guidance for creating digital products and courses, for instance. The steps outlined include first identifying your niche.
Finding your spot.
Yeah. What are you genuinely knowledgeable or passionate about that others need or want to learn?
That makes sense. You have to create valuable content that actually solves a problem or teaches a desired skill. And using platforms like Teachable or Udemy for delivery seems key.
Exactly. But creation isn't enough. A strong marketing strategy is essential. The sources mentioned using social media email marketing to build a list.
Building that audience connection.
Right. And even collaborating with influencers in your niche to reach a wider audience. Sarah's creative writing course example is used again here, illustrating how leveraging her teaching experience, combined with targeted market research and consistent marketing efforts, led to consistent course sales.
And what about for rental income and property management? The sources stress that while it can be lucrative, it demands diligence.
Oh, absolutely. Key steps include meticulous market research, understanding location dynamics, property types, realistic rental rates. That's crucial.
Getting the numbers right.
And for many, the material emphasized the value of hiring professional property management.
Even though it costs money.
Right. While it's an expense, you can minimize your day-to-day involvement with tenant issues, maintenance, legal complexities, making it much more passive in reality.
And maintaining good tenant relations was noted as important too, for reducing turnover, keeping occupancy steady.
Definitely. This echoes James's story again. He initially managed a multifamily property himself.
But it got to be too much.
Pretty quickly, yeah. He realized that if he wanted to grow his portfolio, he needed a property management company to handle the daily operations. That allowed him to focus his limited time on acquiring more properties, effectively scaling his passive income.
His experience highlights that smart outsourcing is often key to scalability, especially in real estate.
It seems so. Finally, the sources strongly advocated for automating income generation processes, particularly for online ventures.
Using technology to take repetitive tasks off your plate.
Precisely. Examples given included using email marketing platforms like MailChimp or ConvertKit to automate sending out newsletters or sales sequences.
Setting up sales funnels.
Yeah, with tools like ClickFunnels or lead pages. That's basically creating a guided path for potential customers to lead them towards a specific action, like a purchase.
And implementing systems for recurring payments. That seems vital for subscription models.
Absolutely. Ensuring consistent income without manual billing or follow-up. Mark's meal plan service story is a great illustration here.
How so?
Automating his payment processing freed him up significantly. It allowed him to spend more time creating new content and marketing his service, which directly led to growing his subscriber base.
These steps really show that building effectively is about, well, smart strategy and leveraging the right tools, not just brute force effort.
That's the idea. Work smarter, not just harder, especially after the initial setup.
Okay, so once those income streams are flowing, the sources say the focus shifts. It becomes about managing and growing them for long-term sustainability. What does that involve?
A primary strategy outlined is reinvesting profits for expansion.
Compounding.
Exactly. The idea is to compound your returns over time by putting earnings back into the passive income engine rather than just, withdrawing everything.
So using the money earned from passive income to create more passive income. That makes sense.
Precisely. This could mean expanding your existing ventures, maybe creating more content for your platform, adding a membership tier to your course.
Uh-huh.
In real estate, it could mean using profits from one property to help finance the acquisition of another.
Growing the portfolio.
In the stock market, it's often as simple as automatically reinvesting your dividends to buy more shares, letting the magic of compounding work for you over the long haul.
Clara's photography course provides a good example here, right?
Yes. She reinvested earnings into better camera equipment and targeted advertising campaigns. That allowed her to significantly improve her product and reach, and apparently doubled her enrollment within a year.
Wow. Okay. Beyond reinvestment, the sources absolutely stress the need for monitoring and adjusting strategies.
Oh, crucial. Because markets and consumer behaviors are always changing, right?
Things don't stand still.
Never. So this involves setting clear performance metrics, often called KPIs, key performance indicators.
The numbers you track.
Basically, yeah. The key numbers you track to see how well your income stream is performing. Things like revenue per month, sales conversion rates, property occupancy rates, whatever is relevant.
And then you need to actually look at them.
Right. Conduct regular reviews, maybe quarterly, maybe every 6 months, to analyze these metrics, see what's working, what's not, what might need tweaking.
And stay informed generally.
Absolutely. About industry trends, shifts in consumer behavior, keeping up with relevant news. It's all part of this ongoing process.
Ben's real estate story fits perfectly here. He was monitoring local market trends and noticed increasing demand and higher returns for multifamily units compared to the single-family properties he initially focused on.
So he adapted.
Exactly. His ability to monitor, analyze, and then adjust his investment strategy allowed him to shift focus and achieve a higher ROI faster.
His adaptability was absolutely key. And finally, something maybe less glamorous but vital. The sources highlighted the absolute necessity of tax planning for passive income.
Taxes. Can't escape them.
Unfortunately not, and this is a vital component because different types of passive income are often taxed differently. You really need to understand the rules.
So you need to know how your specific income streams are treated tax-wise, know your tax bracket.
Definitely.
And crucially, utilize tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs or 401ks where appropriate, for things like dividend reinvestment, perhaps.
Yes, that can make a big difference over time. And for sources like rental income, meticulous record-keeping of expenses is critical.
Keeping track of everything you spend.
Right. Things like maintenance costs, property management fees, insurance, property taxes. These can often be significant deductions that really impact your net passive income and therefore your tax bill.
Jessica's story served as a stark reminder in the material about this.
It did. She faced a large and unexpected tax bill after her passive income grew substantially.
Ouch. Learn the hard way.
Learn the hard way the importance of proactive tax planning and potentially seeking professional guidance before income scales significantly. It can save a lot of headache later.
Okay, it all sounds incredibly promising, but let's be realistic. The sources also acknowledge that it's not always smooth sailing. What are some of the potential challenges, common pitfalls people run into when building these streams?
Yeah, the sources listed several recurring mistakes. A big one is significantly underestimating the initial effort required.
Thinking it's too passive too soon.
Exactly. Many people are drawn to the passive part and overlook that it often requires a substantial upfront investment of time, money, or both. Whether it's creating a high-quality digital product, building a solid website, or getting a rental property ready,
It takes work.
it takes real work. Believing it's easy money from day one often leads to frustration and disappointment.
This reminds me of James's other story in the material. The one where he quit his job thinking his online course would quickly replace his salary.
Yes, that's a classic pitfall highlighted. He found the sheer amount of work involved in creation and marketing was far more than he'd anticipated,
Underestimated the launch phase.
massively. Another common mistake is neglecting market research. Just jumping into a venture without truly understanding if there's an audience for your product or service.
Or if a real estate market is actually viable.
Right. This can lead to just wasted resources, time, money. Poor financial management is another issue mentioned. Not tracking income and expenses properly can obscure whether you're actually profitable and cause cash flow problems down the line.
And avoiding automation.
Yes, as we discussed earlier, sticking to manual methods when automation's available consumes valuable time and really hinders true scalability.
Okay, those are mistakes. What about hitting that frustrating point, the passive income plateau, where growth just seems to stall after some initial success?
Yeah, that plateau is common. The sources suggested strategies for overcoming that stagnation. First, when you hit it, you need to rigorously analyze performance.
Dig into the numbers again.
Look at your KPIs, compare current results to past periods. Try to diagnose where the slowdown is happening, what's changed.
So figuring out why you're stuck before you try to fix it.
Exactly. Then consider diversifying further. If one income stream is leveling off, maybe it's time to explore building another one to compensate or provide new growth potential.
Don't just keep banging your head against the same wall.
Right. The sources also recommended upgrading your skills. Sometimes the market has moved on, or new tools are available. Learning new techniques can unlock fresh opportunities.
And seeking external feedback.
Hugely important. Talking to mentors, joining networking groups, getting advice from people outside your immediate circle. They can often provide fresh perspectives you might be missing when you're too immersed in your own project.
Laura's story of her affiliate marketing plateau was a great example here.
It was. She realized her content had become stale. She hadn't actively engaged her audience recently.
She let it slide a bit.
Yeah. By refreshing her content strategy and re-engaging her community, she was able to move past the plateau and revive her business. It shows that even passive streams sometimes need active attention and adaptation to keep going.
Right. It's not set and forget forever.
Really?
To really solidify these concepts, let's look at some of the real-world success stories featured in the sources. Who are these people and how did they actually do it?
The material featured two prominent examples that were quite illustrative. Michelle started with a small business selling handmade jewelry.
Okay, handmade. That sounds active.
It was initially, but she strategically scaled by outsourcing the actual production. That freed up her time significantly.
Smart move.
Critically, she then leveraged her expertise, her experience building that business, to create an online course teaching others how to build e-commerce businesses.
Ah, the pivot.
Exactly. That course became a significant passive income stream for her. Her story shows that pivot from active making to passive teaching, eventually generating, apparently, 6 figures.
Wow. Okay. And Alex, the nurse.
Alex, yes.
Okay.
A full-time nurse who built a substantial real estate portfolio, primarily focused on multifamily units, specifically targeting cash flow.
Multifamily for cash flow makes sense.
Yeah, he was able to leverage the equity he built in his initial properties to finance new acquisitions. And crucial for his ability to maintain his full-time job,
He got help.
he hired a professional property management service. This allowed him to build significant passive rental income while continuing his nursing career, putting him on a path to potential early retirement.
So both stories show smart moves, not just luck.
Definitely. And the sources pulled out key lessons from their journeys that seem to resonate across different passive income models. One is the importance of identifying and replicating successful models.
Learning from others.
Right. Michelle's course idea, for instance, was inspired by seeing others succeed in online education. Another lesson. Embracing flexibility and adaptation.
They both adjusted their approaches, didn't they? Michelle outsourcing production, Alex changing his focus to multifamily and using property management?
Exactly. Leveraging technology was also key. Michelle used e-commerce platforms. Alex used property management software. Both likely use other digital tools for communication or finance,
And continuous learning.
emphasized by both. They actively sought out books, courses, mentors, networking opportunities to improve their strategies. They didn't just rest on their laurels.
And finally, networking and collaborating. Connecting with others in their fields provided valuable insights, support, maybe even business opportunities.
Yeah. These stories really illustrate that building significant passive income isn't usually a single event, but an ongoing process. Strategic action, learning, adaptation, it all plays a part.
All right, as we start to wrap up this deep dive into your sources, it's only natural to ask, what's coming next? What trends did the material point to that might shape the future of passive income?
The sources definitely peered into the future, yeah, highlighting several emerging opportunities and shifts. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, was mentioned quite a bit.
DeFi, crypto territory.
Basically, yes. Using blockchain technology to earn interest or fees on cryptocurrencies through lending or borrowing protocols, often without needing traditional banks as intermediaries. It's still evolving, but the potential is there.
That's certainly a cutting-edge area, very different from rental properties,
Very different. Print-on-demand services were also highlighted as a growing area.
where you design something, but someone else makes and ships it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This model allows creators to design products like t-shirts, posters, mugs, whatever. And when a sale is made, the service handles the manufacturing, printing, and shipping. Marcus's successful online poster store was given as an example of leveraging this hands-off fulfillment model for passive sales.
So you focus on design and marketing.
Pretty much. And the growth of subscription-based models was noted offering recurring value in exchange for a regular fee. Provides predictable revenue for the creator.
And convenience for the consumer.
Right. Affiliate marketing platforms also continue to evolve, becoming more sophisticated, making it easier for content creators and influencers to connect with brands and earn commissions. Leveraging influencer networks themselves was also seen as a growing trend for expanding reach.
And looking ahead, the sources made some fascinating predictions about how passive income strategies themselves will evolve, not just the opportunities, but the methods.
Yeah, they anticipate a much greater integration of AI across various strategies.
AI helping out.
From automated content generation tools, maybe, to AI-powered customer service bots, even potentially AI assisting with investment decisions or property management tasks.
Interesting. And sustainability.
An increased focus on sustainability is expected. Eco-friendly and ethically sourced products are likely to thrive in the passive income space as consumer values continue to shift in that direction.
The continued rise of the gig economy is seen as providing more platforms and tools that individuals can leverage to build side ventures.
Which could then evolve into passive income streams,
Right. And enhanced crowdfunding opportunities are on the horizon.
including more avenues for equity crowdfunding, where individuals can invest directly in startups or real estate developments for potential future returns, not just donating or lending.
And blockchain again, beyond crypto.
Yes. Blockchain technology is expected to create new possibilities like tokenized assets and fractional ownership.
Meaning you could own just a small piece of something big.
Potentially, yes. A small digital slice of a physical asset, like a rental property or even a piece of art, and earn income from it proportionally. Linda's example of investing in fractional ownership of commercial properties via a blockchain platform was used to illustrate this potential future.
Wow. Okay, that was quite the journey through the world of passive income based on these
That
sources.
covered a lot of ground.
We've defined what it is, explored the truly compelling benefits, looked at the characteristics of smart strategies, identified the major areas for opportunity,
Discussed practical steps for building and growing these streams.
navigated the challenges and pitfalls, learned from real people who've done it, and even peered into the exciting trends shaping the future. It's a lot to take in.
It is. But the material you provided, it clearly illustrates that while building passive income definitely requires significant initial effort, strategic planning, and ongoing management.
It's not magic.
Not at all. But the potential rewards, in terms of financial freedom, flexibility, long-term security, they're substantial, according to these accounts.
Yeah.
It's really not about getting rich overnight,
No.
but about building resilient income streams over time. That seems to be the common thread.
And thanks to diving deep into this material, you, the listener, now have a much richer knowledge base to think about your own path. The sources make it clear the journey demands patience, persistence, and smart learning, but the potential outcomes, well, they can be extraordinary.
So maybe here's a final thought for you to ponder as you consider all this.
Okay.
Given how technology and markets continue to rapidly evolve, how might your unique combination of skills, interests, and resources intersect with these emerging passive income opportunities?
Yeah.
Maybe in ways that aren't even obvious to most people yet.
Finding your own angle.
Exactly. The landscape is constantly shifting, presenting fascinating new possibilities for those willing to look closely and, explore.